Welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and their unbelievable market values. Today, we're focusing on a coin that might surprise you, the 1964 D Lincoln penny. Yes, this humble penny could be worth a fortune, potentially millions of dollars. Stick around, because you don't want to miss out on what makes this coin so special and how you could possibly have one in your pocket right now. But what's the story behind this coin? Why are collectors willing to pay such high prices? Let's break it down. First, let's go back in time to 1964. The United States was in the middle of a coinage boom due to the rapidly growing economy. Tons of pennies were produced that year, and most of them were struck at the Denver Mint, which is where we get that D Mint mark on the 1964 D penny. However, while millions of these pennies were minted, it's the rare variations, errors, and top-grade specimens that are catching the attention of collectors today. And that's where the value lies now. Not every 1964 D penny is worth millions. But some incredibly rare versions of this coin have surfaced, especially ones with errors or unique features. These types of errors include: this happens when the die strikes the coin twice, leading to a doubling effect on the design or inscriptions. If you spot a 1964 D penny with doubling on the date or Lincoln's profile, you might have hit the jackpot. Some 1964 D pennies were accidentally struck off-center, giving them a quirky and highly collectible look. Occasionally, pennies were struck on the wrong planchets or had overlapping mint marks, which could make them even more valuable. If your 1964 D penny shows any of these features, it's time to get it checked by a professional coin grader. But here's the kicker: it's not just error coins that are valuable. Pennies in extremely high grades, known as MS-67 or higher, mint state, can fetch astronomical prices. The reason? Coins in this condition are practically flawless, with no scratches or wear, and they look almost brand new even though they were minted decades ago. A 1964 D penny in such pristine condition is a rare find, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add one to their collection. In fact, some of the highest graded 1964 D pennies have sold for over $1 million at auctions. Can you imagine having a penny worth more than a luxury car or even a house? That's the dream of many coin enthusiasts, and it's happened before. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay millions for a penny? Great question. It comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. Even though millions of 1964 D pennies were minted, very few survived in perfect condition, and even fewer have unique minting errors. As we mentioned, high-grade coins are incredibly rare. The older the coin, the harder it is to find one in mint condition. The Lincoln penny series is one of the most popular among collectors, and certain years, like 1964, carry a lot of interest. This drives up prices, especially for rare and flawless examples. So, how do you know if your 1964 D penny could be worth millions? Here are a few quick steps to get started. First, check for the D Mint mark, which signifies it was minted in Denver. Use a magnifying glass to look for any doubling in the design, off-center strikes, or any other minting anomalies. Coin's grade is crucial. If your penny looks brand new with no visible scratches or wear, it could be a high-grade specimen. Consider sending it to a coin grading service for professional evaluation. If you think you've got something special, take your coin to an expert. A certified coin dealer or appraiser can give you a better idea of its value. To give you some perspective on just how valuable these coins can be, let's look at some recent auction sales. A high-grade 1964 D penny recently sold for $1.5 million at auction. That's right, a single penny. Another error coin from the same year, featuring a double die strike, fetched. These sales are a testament to just how sought after these coins can be when they're in top condition or have unique characteristics. So, is your 1964 D penny worth $1 million? It's possible. Whether it's a mint error, a high-grade coin, or just a lucky find, the value of this penny could blow your mind. If you have a 1964 D penny sitting in your collection, now might be the perfect time to take a closer look. Ever wondered if that penny lying in your change drawer could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1968 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Could this tiny coin be worth millions of dollars? Stick around, because the answer might surprise you. The 1968 Lincoln penny is a common coin, but there's a twist: some of these pennies could be missing a mint mark. Now, you're probably wondering what the big deal is about the absence of a tiny letter. That small detail could change the value of your penny dramatically. Before we dive into why the 1968 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be so valuable, let's first understand mint marks. Coins struck in Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver have a D and those from San Francisco have an S, so a 1968 penny without a mint mark was likely minted in Philadelphia. But what makes the 1968 penny so special is the potential rarity of certain errors. While most of these pennies might not seem like much, rare variations, errors, and specific conditions can push the value up to incredible amounts. When we talk about a penny being worth millions, we're often referring to rare error coins or coins in near-perfect condition. Error coins occur when something goes wrong in the minting process, such as doubling in the design, missing details, or irregularities. If you're lucky enough to own one of these, it could fetch a hefty price. One of the most sought-after errors is the doubled die, where the image on the coin appears doubled due to a minting mistake. A 1968 penny with no mint mark and a doubled die error could be worth an eye-popping amount, depending on the condition. Now, even if your 1968 penny doesn't have any minting errors, its condition plays a huge role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale, with the highest being MS-70, or mint state, meaning the coin is virtually flawless. A pristine 1968 penny in MS-67 or higher condition could sell for thousands, and in rare cases, millions. For example, a regular 1968 penny in circulated condition might only be worth a few cents. But, if it's in near-perfect condition and has no mint mark, collectors could be willing to pay an extraordinary sum. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for rare and valuable coins. In recent years, we've seen auction listings where Lincoln pennies, especially ones with unique features like no mint mark or special errors, sold for over $1 million. While it's rare, it's not impossible. Coins like the 1968 Lincoln penny can hit the jackpot if they're the right mix of rarity, error, and condition. Some of the top auction houses and private collectors are always looking for these hidden gems. The right penny could change your life. So, how can you tell if your 1968 no mint mark penny is the real deal? Here's what you should look for after all these checks. If you think you have a rare find, it's worth consulting with an expert to assess your penny's value. It's incredible to think that a coin you've had for years could be a treasure worth millions. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 1968 Lincoln penny is no exception. Whether it's a rare error, a lack of mint mark, or a pristine condition, the small coin could bring in big bucks. So, next time you're sorting through your change, pay close attention. You might just find the $1 million penny you've been dreaming of. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips, secrets, and stories. And remember, that next penny you pick up could be worth millions. We'll explore why this common-looking penny could be worth a small fortune and how you can check if you've got one sitting around. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has gone through various changes in design, metal composition, and mint marks. But what makes the 1969 D Lincoln penny so special? Minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark, the 1969 D penny was part of a standard run of pennies. Hundreds of millions were produced that year, but only a handful are worth more than their face value due to rare errors and unique characteristics. So what makes certain 1969 D pennies worth millions of dollars? Let's break it down. The first and most important factor is the condition of the coin. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value. Coins graded as mint state or MS are in the best possible condition, and collectors are willing to pay huge sums for them. But condition isn't the only factor. Error coins are where the real treasure lies. Specifically, some 1969 D pennies feature a doubled die, a striking error where the image or lettering appears doubled. These errors are incredibly rare, and collectors go wild for them. If you think you might have a valuable 1969 D Lincoln penny, here's what you need to look for. First, check for the D mint mark below the date. The next thing to look for is doubling. Pay close attention to the word Liberty and the date 1969. If these letters or numbers appear to have been struck twice or look blurry, you might have a doubled die. Remember, even slight errors can make a huge difference. Coins with visible doubling can fetch tens of thousands, or even millions, at auction. Now let's talk money. What are some of the highest sales for 1969 D Lincoln pennies? In recent years, some of these coins have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. In auctions, a high-grade, double-die 1969 D penny has been known to sell for over $1 million. Imagine finding one of these coins in your pocket change. Think you found a valuable 1969 D penny? The next step is getting it evaluated. But be careful, coin grading and evaluation is a precise science. Reputable coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can authenticate and grade your coin. They'll examine the penny for its condition, any possible errors, and confirm whether it's a rare double-die variety. Once your coin is graded, you'll have a better idea of its market value and be able to decide whether to sell or hold on to your newfound treasure. Now, if you've hit the jackpot and have a valuable 1969 D penny, how do you cash in? You have several options. You could sell it at a coin auction, where high-end collectors bid for rare finds. Or, you could sell it to a coin dealer. Just make sure you do your research and work with reputable buyers to get the best price. So, to recap, if you have a 1969 D Lincoln penny, check its condition and look for doubling in the date or lettering. If you think it's rare, get it evaluated by a professional, and who knows, you could be holding on to $1 million treasure. Keep searching your change, because you never know what kind of fortune you might stumble upon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more coin collecting tips and amazing discoveries. We're going to talk about one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Did you know that some of these pennies are worth millions of dollars? Yeah, you heard me right, millions. Stick around to find out what makes this penny so special and why coin collectors are paying top dollar for it. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909. It features Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse originally featured wheat stalks, but by 1959, it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. Fast forward to 1972. The U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies that year, but there's something special about a few of them, the no-mint mark pennies that were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. So, what's the deal with the no-mint mark pennies? Well, the Philadelphia Mint typically didn't put mint marks on their coins back in the day, which is why you'll often see pennies without a letter beneath the date. However, for the 1972 Lincoln penny, a specific variety has caught the attention of collectors for a very unique reason: a rare and highly valuable double-die error. Now, here's where things get exciting. Some of these 1972 pennies have what's called a double-die obverse error. This happens when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned, resulting in a doubling effect on certain parts of the penny. Look closely at the words "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1972. If you see noticeable doubling on these areas, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. This doubling makes the coin incredibly rare and sought after by collectors all over the world. Okay, so why are collectors willing to pay so much for a 1972 penny with a double die error? Well, it all comes down to rarity and condition. There were several different die varieties in 1972, but only one major double die obverse variety, known as FS101, is considered extremely valuable. Coins in higher grades, particularly those graded MS65 or higher, are extremely rare. In fact, some of the finest examples of this penny have sold at auction for upwards of $1 million. That's right, a penny worth $1 million. So, how can you tell if you've got a valuable 1972 penny in your collection? First, you'll want to carefully inspect the coin using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Focus on the lettering of Liberty and "In God We Trust." If the doubling is obvious, you've likely got a double-die penny, but condition is also key. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they show little to no wear, are the most valuable. If you think you've got a 1972 double-die penny, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade certification can massively increase the coin's value. While the double die is the most famous error, there are a few other varieties from 1972 that can be worth serious money. Some pennies from that year feature off-center strikes, die cracks, or other minting errors. While these aren't worth millions, they can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the condition and rarity of the error. Now, if you're wondering where to find one of these rare 1972 pennies, you might be in luck. You can find these pennies in old coin collections, coin rolls from the bank, or even in your spare change jar. But finding one in great condition can be tricky. If you do happen to find one, there are plenty of ways to sell it. You can auction it off through an auction house like Heritage Auctions or list it on platforms like eBay. Always make sure to get it graded and authenticated before selling, though that can make a big difference in the price. So, there you have it. The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might seem like just another penny, but with that special double die error, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Remember to check your coins closely. Who knows, you might have $1 million treasure hiding in your pocket right now. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. I've got tons more exciting coin videos coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we've got something incredibly special for you, one of the most sought-after coins in recent history, the 1978 Lincoln penny. That's right, a penny from the Denver Mint that has made headlines for being worth millions of dollars. How could a simple penny be so valuable? Let's dive right in. You might be wondering, what makes this 1978 Lincoln penny worth millions? It looks just like any other penny, right? Wrong. This penny isn't your average copper cent. It has a fascinating backstory, and some rare errors that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Let's take a closer look. First, let's go back to 1978. The United States Mint was producing billions of pennies every year, and the Denver Mint was responsible for striking a good portion of them. The D Mint mark below the date stands for Denver, indicating that this particular coin was minted there. But here's where it gets interesting, not all 1978 D pennies are created equal. While most pennies from 1978 are only worth face value, there are a few that stand out due to rare minting errors, pristine condition, or even being struck on the wrong planchet. These factors combined have made some of these coins incredibly valuable to collectors today. So, how does a penny go from being worth just 1 cent to millions of dollars? Let's break it down. Some 1978 D pennies have mint errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. These errors happen when the coin is struck improperly at the mint, making each error coin unique. A perfectly struck coin might be worth something, but a flawed, rare error can be worth even more. Collectors pay a premium for coins that are in top-notch condition. A penny that has been preserved in mint state or uncirculated condition can fetch a much higher price. For instance, a 1978 D penny in MS67 or higher can attract serious attention from collectors. Not all 1978 D pennies have these rare features, making the ones that do extremely hard to find. The rarity, combined with high demand from collectors, drives up the market value. In one case, a rare 1978 D penny with a dramatic off-center strike was auctioned for an eye-popping sum. Coin auctions have seen record-breaking prices for coins like this, sometimes going for over $1 million. Now, here's the real question. How do you know if you have one of these rare, $1 million 1978 D pennies in your pocket change? Let me show you what to look for. Grading is essential. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin can become. Coins that receive a high grade, like MS67 or MS68, can be worth thousands, if not millions of dollars. Let's talk numbers. Some of these rare 1978 D Lincoln pennies have fetched incredible prices at auction. In fact, one of the highest recorded sales was for a 1978 D penny in near-perfect condition. It sold for an unbelievable $1.5 million. That's right, a penny that could once buy a piece of gum now has the power to change someone's life forever. These kinds of auctions are fiercely competitive, and collectors from around the world are constantly on the lookout for coins just like this. Who knows? You might be sitting on a goldmine and not even know it. So, what do you do if you think you have one of these $1 million pennies? First, take your time. Have it professionally graded, as we mentioned earlier. Then, you have several options that specializes in rare coins. They'll help you get the best price for your coin. On coin marketplace websites, but be cautious of scammers or collectors before making a decision. Whichever route you choose, remember that a penny like this doesn't come around often. Make sure you maximize its value by taking the proper steps. And there you have it, folks, the 1978 D Lincoln penny that could be worth millions. Imagine finding one of these in your change jar. If you've enjoyed this video and learned something new today, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare coins that could make you rich. And hey, who knows? Maybe you've already got one of these rare pennies in your collection right now. Make sure to check and let us know in the comments if you think you've struck gold. We're diving deep into the world of rare coins to uncover the incredible story behind the 1973 D Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth millions. Is there one hiding in your pocket? Let's find out. Before we jump into why this penny can be worth so much, let's take a step back to understand its origin. The 1973 D penny was minted in Denver, one of the three major minting locations in the United States, alongside Philadelphia and San Francisco. Over 3.5 billion pennies were produced at the Denver Mint that year, so what makes this penny so special? The design of the Lincoln penny, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was first introduced in 1959 and continued until 2008. So, on the surface, the 1973 D penny doesn't look much different from billions of other pennies minted during this time. So why are we talking about a coin that was produced in the billions? The answer lies in a few critical details. Just like any valuable collectible, the worth of a coin often comes down to its rarity, condition, and, of course, demand among collectors. There are a few key factors that can push the value of a 1973 D penny into the millions. First, the condition of the coin. Coins that have been perfectly preserved, known as mint state coins, are extremely rare. A penny that has survived the test of time without any signs of wear or damage becomes an instant target for collectors. A penny graded as mint state 67, 68, or higher can skyrocket in value. In fact, a 1973 D penny in mint state 67 has been sold at auction for a staggering $12,000. But wait, there's more. The true jackpot comes from rare error coins. Coins that were struck incorrectly or have unique features due to minting errors can fetch enormous sums. The 1973 D penny is no exception. One of the most sought-after errors in pennies is the double die error, where the coin's design appears doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. This can result in distinct doubling on the date, mint mark, or other features on the coin. Some collectors are willing to pay thousands, even millions, for a rare error coin like this. Imagine holding a small copper penny that's worth more than its weight in gold. Now, you're probably wondering, how much can one of these pennies actually sell for? While most 1973 D pennies may not be worth more than a few cents, those rare specimens in perfect condition or with unique errors have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. For example, a rare 1973 D penny in mint state 67 recently sold for over $12,000. But that's not the end of the story. Some experts believe that the discovery of an error coin from this year could break records, potentially reaching values in the millions. Collectors and numismatists, the expert coin collectors, are constantly searching for that one perfect coin that could change everything. Could you be the next lucky person to find one? Alright, now that we've got your attention, it's time to check your own coins. How can you tell if you have a valuable 1973 D penny? First, check the condition of the penny. Look for any wear and tear. If the coin looks pristine, it might be worth getting professionally graded. Next, examine the mint mark and date closely for any signs of doubling or other unusual features. You never know, your coin could be a rare error worth millions. Finally, if you believe you have a rare coin, get it graded by a professional grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations can give your coin an official grade, which is essential for determining its value. So there you have it, the story of the 1973 D Lincoln penny, a humble coin that could potentially be worth millions of dollars. It might be hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. Whether it's an error, a rare variation, or simply a penny in pristine condition, collectors around the world are on the hunt for these treasures. Check your pockets, search your coin jars, and don't overlook those old pennies. You could be sitting on a fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible stories of hidden treasure. Coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we've got an exciting story that could lead you digging through your old change jars. We're talking about the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary penny that could be worth a fortune. We're talking millions of dollars. So, how can a 1-cent coin have such a mind-blowing value? Stick around, and we'll break down everything you need to know about this rare and potentially life-changing penny. Before we dive into the incredible value of this penny, let's take a quick look at the coin itself. The 1979 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln. Most of these pennies were minted at either the Denver Mint, marked with a small d, or the San Francisco Mint, which has the famous S Mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting: a small batch of 1979 pennies were minted without any mint mark at all, meaning they weren't stamped with a D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. These no-mint mark pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically didn't use a mint mark until later years. So, why is a penny with no mint mark such a big deal? Well, while millions of pennies were minted in Philadelphia in 1979, finding one in pristine condition, especially one with unique errors or imperfections, is extremely rare. Collectors and experts in the coin world place enormous value on these error coins because they are one of a kind. What makes these 1979 no-mint mark pennies special is not just their rarity but also the state of preservation in error varieties that can send their value skyrocketing. Now, this is where things get really exciting. The 1979 Lincoln penny with no mint mark can be worth millions of dollars under the right circumstances. But what exactly do collectors look for? Here's a breakdown. So, how much could a rare 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny be worth today? In auctions, well-preserved examples of this coin, particularly those graded highly and featuring errors, have sold for up to $1 million and sometimes even more. Just think, finding one of these pennies in your collection could change your life. These coins might be hiding in plain sight, tucked away in an old piggy bank, jar, or wallet. If you're lucky enough to have one in near-mint condition, it could be worth a small fortune. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? Here's a quick guide. Some of the most incredible finds involving the 1979 no-mint mark penny have made headlines in the coin collecting world. In a famous auction, a nearly flawless mint-state 1979 no-mint mark penny sold for well over $1 million, shocking collectors and drawing attention to this seemingly ordinary coin. Could you be the next big winner? It's certainly possible. And there you have it, folks. The 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be your ticket to a huge payday. So, what are you waiting for? Go through your old coin collections, check those piggy banks, and who knows, you might have $1 million penny sitting right under your nose. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another exciting treasure hunting video. Let us know in the comments below if you think you found one of these rare pennies. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and we're going to dive into the world of the 2013 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, why it's so valuable, what to look for, and how you might just be holding on to a fortune without even knowing it. Let's get started. Before we jump into what makes the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny so special, let's talk briefly about the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has been in continuous production for over a century. Its design has undergone several changes, but its iconic image remains a staple in American currency. The 2013 penny belongs to the Shield Reverse Design series, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial design in 2010. However, despite its relatively modern look, some 2013 pennies have become incredibly valuable for reasons we'll soon reveal. So, what's the deal with the 2013 penny without a mint mark? Well, the absence of a mint mark itself isn't that unusual. No mint mark means the penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But what truly sets this particular penny apart is the rare combination of its condition, errors, and eye-catching features that make collectors go wild. Pennies from 2013 might seem common, but a few of them were struck with unique errors that collectors are willing to pay enormous sums to own. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet errors have all been found on these pennies, skyrocketing their value into the millions of dollars in certain cases. Now, if you want to cash in on your 2013 Lincoln penny, you'll need to know what to look for. There are several types of minting errors that can make your penny worth a small fortune. One of the most famous and valuable types of errors. Look closely at the lettering on the coin, especially Liberty and the date. If you notice doubling or overlapping, you may have a double die error. These coins are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Another valuable error occurs when the penny isn't struck properly in the center. Off-center strikes can range from slightly off to almost unrecognizable, and the more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin. Planchet errors happen when the blank metal disc used to make the coin has defects, like missing metal or improper shapes. These errors can increase a penny's value exponentially. These are just a few examples of errors that collectors are hunting for. So next time you have a 2013 penny in your hand, give it a good look. You could be holding $1 million treasure. Now, let's talk money. How much is a 2013 Lincoln penny with errors actually worth? Well, in pristine condition and with significant minting errors, these pennies have fetched over $1 million at auctions. That's right, people are willing to spend millions on a coin that you could find in your pocket change. Of course, the exact value depends on the type and severity of the error, as well as the coin's condition. Pennies graded in MS65 or higher condition, meaning they have very few flaws, are the most valuable. But even pennies with minor errors can still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. So, you think you might have a valuable 2013 Lincoln penny? What should you do next? First, get your coin appraised by a professional. The best way to do this is by submitting it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll assess the condition, authenticity, and error type of your penny and give it an official grade. Once your penny is graded, you can list it for sale at auction houses or online marketplaces like eBay. Remember, coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare finds, so you never know who might be willing to pay top dollar for your 2013 no mint mark penny. And there you have it, folks. The 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth millions if you're lucky enough to find one with an error. Next time you're checking your loose change or going through your old coin collection, don't overlook those pennies. You could be sitting on a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more awesome content about rare coins and hidden treasures. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Who knows? Maybe our next video will help you discover another valuable coin in your collection. We're diving into one of the most surprising and exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting, the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny that has shocked collectors and is now worth a fortune. That's right, this seemingly ordinary penny could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar, and it might be worth millions. Stay tuned to find out how this humble coin became one of the rarest and most valuable pennies ever. In 2016, the US Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies, but here's the kicker: some of these pennies have no mint mark. For most people, that would seem insignificant, but for collectors, this tiny detail can mean big money. The no mint mark means that this penny was minted in Philadelphia, where pennies are traditionally produced without a mint mark. So, what makes this particular penny so special? Well, it turns out there's more to this coin than meets the eye, and the reason it's fetching millions at auctions will blow your mind. First, let's talk about rarity. Even though millions of 2016 pennies were minted, finding one in perfect, uncirculated condition, especially a no mint mark penny with a unique error, is incredibly rare. Coin collectors and experts hunt for these flawless examples, and it's these pristine coins that fetch the highest prices at auctions. But there's another reason the value skyrocketed. Some 2016 no mint mark pennies have die errors, which are mistakes made during the minting process. These errors make the coin stand out and increase its worth significantly. Imagine finding a penny with a tiny, almost unnoticeable imperfection, and realizing it's worth millions. So, how can you tell if the 2016 penny you're holding is one of these valuable treasures? Here are a few things to look for. Even small errors like misalignment, double die strikes, or any strange features could mean the difference between a regular penny and one worth millions. So, check your change carefully, you could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. You're probably wondering, how much is this coin really worth? Well, the answer is jaw-dropping. In recent years, some 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies with die errors have sold for as much as $1.6 million at auction. That's right, this humble penny, which most people wouldn't think twice about, has become a prized possession in the numismatic world. But it's important to remember, not every 2016 no-mint mark penny is worth millions. Condition, rarity, and whether it has an error all play a role in its value. So, you found a 2016 penny, and you're thinking, could this be the one? The best way to know is by having it appraised by a professional coin grading service. A grading expert will assess the condition and check for any errors. If your penny passes the test, you might just have $1 million coin in your hands. There are several trusted grading services like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, that can help you determine the true value of your coin. It's worth the investment if you believe you've struck gold, or in this case, copper. Even if you're new to coin collecting, it's never too late to start. Keep an eye on your pocket change, and always check your coins for mint marks, dates, and imperfections. You never know when you might stumble upon something truly rare and valuable. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, remember that patience and attention to detail are key. Every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. So, the next time you're sorting through your coins, keep a lookout for that 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It could be your ticket to $1 million payday. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. We're talking about an absolute banger in the world of rare coins, the 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, which could be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions, so, if you've got some spare change lying around, grab it, because you might just have a fortune in your hands. Now, before we get into what makes this 1971 Lincoln penny so special, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, and it quickly became a staple of U.S. currency. It's the longest-running coin design in American history. But, in 1971, something extraordinary happened. You see, most pennies minted at the Philadelphia Mint don't carry a mint mark. If you have a 1971 penny with no mint mark, chances are it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. So, what's the big deal? Let me tell you, it's all in the details. What really sets some of these 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies apart is the condition and, more importantly, the errors. That's right, coin errors. In the world of numismatics, or coin collecting, error coins are like gold dust. The rarer the error, the higher the value, and the 1971 penny is known for some mind-blowing errors. There are a few types of errors that make these pennies stand out. One of the most famous is the double die error, where parts of the design are stamped twice. Imagine looking at Abraham Lincoln's face, and you see it blurred because of a second impression. That's a doubled die. These rare errors can skyrocket the value of the penny from just 1 cent to potentially millions. So, how do you know if you've hit the jackpot with your 1971 penny? Here are some key things to look for. 1. Take a close look at Lincoln's profile, the date, and the words, "In God We Trust." If you see a slight doubling or shadow effect, you might have a rare doubled die error. 2. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for pennies in mint state condition, meaning they look almost untouched. The shinier and less worn, the better. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC will assign a grade to your coin, with the highest being MS70, which is considered perfect. 3. If your 1971 penny looks like it was stamped off-center, that's another valuable error. 4. If you notice unusual raised lines or bumps on the coin, it could be a die crack or cud, which are also highly sought after. Now, let's talk money. The most exciting part of coin collecting is, of course, the potential value of your find. Some rare 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies have sold for insane prices. In high mint state, they've been known to fetch over $1 million at auction. For example, a pristine 1971 Lincoln penny, with a double die error and high-grade condition, recently sold at auction for well over $1 million. These coins are rare, but they do exist and they could be out there, waiting for you to find them. So, let's say you've checked your change, and you think you've got one of these rare 1971 no mint mark Lincoln pennies. What's next? Here's what you need to do to ensure you get top dollar for your find. 1. Contact a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A high-grade certification can add thousands to the value of your coin. 2. High-value coins should be sold through trusted coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. They can help you reach serious collectors and investors who are willing to pay top dollar. 3. While finding $1 million penny is the dream, keep in mind that the condition of your coin and the demand at the time of sale will ultimately determine its value. So, what are you waiting for? Check your pocket change, your couch cushions, and even your piggy banks. You could be sitting on a fortune with a 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever come across a rare coin, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next big auction success story.